Greetings, wrestling fans! Welcome back to the channel. Yes, I've had a haircut, but that's not important. We're here to be reviewing the October 17th edition of Monday Night Raw 2022. So let's get this started, shall we? Let's talk about what happened on the show. We started off with a big massive brawl between Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. I couldn't care less about this. It's nice that Brock Lesnar is actually in a feud that doesn't involve a championship for a change, but I still don't, I just do not care. I know other people really like it, but I really couldn't care less about Brock Lesnar and Bobby Trashley. Then we get the first match back of the OC, and they take on the Shush Academy. I mean, who do you think won this? Did you really think Alpha Academy had any kind of chance to win this match? Of course not! Triple H and all the people in the back freaking don't like the Alpha Academy. I'm sorry, I can't blame Triple H this week. He has COVID, which is very sad. I wish him well. We've now got Road Dogg Jesse James now in charge of the show, but that doesn't change the fact that DX have a problem with the Alpha Academy. I'm not a fan of it. The Alpha Academy are just basically jobbers at this point. I don't even think moving them to SmackDown will not do them any justice. Like, seriously. Maybe a face turn could help. Could a face turn help them? Maybe. Could. Maybe it could, but man, I'm just not happy. Alpha Academy is like one of my favorite teams, and they're just not giving them the respect they deserve. At least when Vince McMahon was in charge, they actually won the Raw Tag Team Championships. Everybody thought Triple H was gonna make things better for them once they took over. Chad Gable has not won a single match since Triple H has taken over. Yes, Otis has, but not Chad Gable. And then following that victory, the Judgment Day challenged the OC to a match at Crown Jewel. I am not going to watch Crown Jewel because I have made a vow to myself to never watch anything involving Saudi Arabia. I don't care who's on the card, I will never watch it. Mustafa Ali ended up interrupting Seth Rollins' US Championship celebration, which that was really good. Which I like this because it actually gives Mustafa Ali something to do. The Miz then pretends he hurt his knee. I saw right through this. If you guys have seen The Miz long enough, you know The Miz inside out by now. I knew The Miz was faking it. The Miz was clearly faking it. He was trying to get out of his match with Dexter Lumis, but Johnny Gargano saw through it and he made him crap his pants. I don't know why Johnny Gargano, for some reason, is now involving himself with The Miz. Where the heck is Tommaso Ciampa? I figured Tommaso Ciampa would be one of the guys that Triple H would be booking on his shows every single week. Someone who he would push to death. You know, one of his golden boys. One of his golden boys from NXT. Where the heck's Ciampa been? I'm honestly wondering what the hell's happened to him. We had a few other backstage segments. I want to quickly talk about these real quick. We had Cameron Grimes. This friggin' goofball. I've never seen the appeal of Cameron Grimes. Even when I did watch NXT, I never really understood the appeal of him. So Cameron Grimes was on Raw and he asked the OC to assist him in his match with the Schism on NXT. Apparently NXT are competing with AEW tomorrow, so I mean I hope NXT win, but I mean the only reason why NXT were able to beat AEW the last time they competed was because of a certain boss when they competed last time, but she's not here this time. and another segment which I will consider the absolute, and I don't care if it only lasted a minute, I will call this segment the absolute best segment on the show, and nothing ever made me care about the show after that. It was the Monday Night Raw debut and appearance of my girl, my new fave, the generation of Jade. Cora Jade made her debut on Raw. And I will die on this hill. I will call this the absolute best segment on Monday Night Raw. Even if it's not much. Even though it's not much, I will die on this hill. I'll call this the best part of Monday Night Raw. Cora Jade laid down a challenge to Rhea Ripley to basically assist her in her pick her poison against Roxanne Perez. Rhea Ripley accepts the offer. Now, I want to point this out to all of you people, a few friends of mine and people on social media were all telling me, Roxanne, it's so predictable. Cora Jade's she's gonna pick Bayley. She's gonna pick Bayley. Oh, how predictable is it? It's so damn predictable. She's just gonna pick Bayley to face Roxanne Perez. It's so predictable. Yeah, where are all of you now? Where are all of you now that Mr. Oh, it's so predictable? If it's so damn predictable, why do you watch? If it's so freaking predictable to you, why do you constantly watch every week? And more importantly, I'm actually very, very happy Cora Jade did not pick Bayley. And more importantly, I'm super happy she actually picked Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley was someone I actually hoped Cora Jade would pick. Yes, I was one of those people that thought Cora Jade was going to pick Bayley, but after what happened on SmackDown, it made me think maybe Cora might not pick Bayley after what happened on SmackDown, but I'm just super glad it was something unpredictable, and it was just something that was unpredictable. Nobody would have predicted Rhea Ripley. Nobody would have predicted Rhea Ripley. Everybody thought it was going to be Bayley, or everyone just thought it was just going to be someone from Damage Control. It could have been Io, could have been Dakota, could have been Bayley. Everyone just thought Cora was going to pick someone from Damage Control. And I'm absolutely thrilled that every single person that thought that was proven wrong. And I'm glad about that. So I'm going to make my predictions, even though I don't watch NXT. I'm going to predict that Cora Jade will lose her match to Raquel. And I believe Roxanne will probably somehow beat Rhea Ripley, which will cause Cora Jade to attack Perez and stand tall, which will lead to Perez beating Jade at Halloween Havoc. Remember, this is just my prediction. I don't watch NXT, I'm just making a guess. But anyway, yeah. So I'm really excited about that. Very excited about Jade very excited about Roxanne Perez versus Rhea Ripley. And by the way, I just want to mention, as I mentioned before, about how NXT is competing with AEW. I don't know how Sonya Deville, Rhea Ripley, and the OC are apparently supposed to be big names to compete with AEW. I don't know how that is even possible. No disrespect. The OC, maybe I see them as big money draws. And as much as I love Rhea Ripley, she's not really that big of a name. Neither is Sonya. Sonya's not a big name. Rhea's not a big name. And certainly Raquel is not a big name. I don't know how these four that they're bringing to NXT is really going to help them in their battle with AEW. I just don't get it. I mean, if you really wanted them to compete with AEW, you could have just had just have friggin' Roman Reigns turn up on NXT. Jesus, just have friggin' Roman Reigns turn up on NXT and have him friggin' wrestle friggin' Bron Breakker. Seriously. If you want to beat AEW, you bring the best. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I don't consider any of them that they're bringing to NXT to compete aren't really that big enough. At least that's just my opinion anyway. We had Damage Control take on Bianca Belair and Candice LeRae in tag team action. Damage Control got the win. I just want to point out something, and I know some people are not may agree with me or may not agree with me, but I'm kind of tired of the women's division just being all about Damage Control and Bianca Belair. I know people really love these ladies. I personally am tired of Bianca Belair. I'm done with it. I'm personally tired of her. She's a great wrestler, but she's getting to Super Cena level of insufferable. She's a great wrestler, but I just cannot stand her anymore. Damage Control, I get it. They're supposed to be the top faction. I get that. They're the top heels. But why can't Dana Brooke get an opportunity? Where's Nikki Cross? I thought they were building some kind of storyline with Nikki Cross, where she was taking off her mask and reverting back to Nikki Cross. Where the heck is Doudrop? I know Carmella is injured, but seriously, why can't we get other women on the show? We have so many other women on Monday Night Raw. I mean, hell, why not just have friggin' Shotzi or Raquel or Xia Li turn up on Raw? Give them something to do. We need extra women on these shows. We need more storylines. My main problem right now with the women's division is that there's not enough storylines for all the women. You're relying on the same people. You're just relying on the women's division is just Damage Control, Bianca Belair, Ronda Rousey. That's what the women's division is. They need more storylines. They need more storylines. They need more women on TV. And I remember people saying that Triple H's main focus was going to be the women's division, but it kind of feels like the men's division is becoming more of a focus than the women. I know Bliss is injured, storyline, and I know Asuka is injured, storyline, but you can have Dana Brooke on the show, you can get Doudrop to do something. That's what I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, you can get so many other people. You can get so many other people on the show to get them to do something. And that's been my major issue with the women's division right now. Oh boy! Oh boy, we get the insufferable JBL making his return. And he brings back another insufferable man, bum-ass Baron Corbin. I don't care if he's Happy Corbin, Baron Corbin, Lone Wolf, Constable Corbin, Sad Corbin, bum-ass Corbin. I don't give a shit what he is. I do not care about Baron Corbin. I don't. Because apparently reports were saying that Triple H wants to make Baron Corbin a badass again. Oh yeah, this gimmick will certainly make him a badass. And his music is basically a remix of his Happy Corbin music. I thought maybe we would get End of Days back. I just don't care for this guy. I just don't care for him. I just do not care for him. He beat Dolph Ziggler in a very boring match. I'm just going to say that. It was a very boring match. I don't care. Move on. We're moving on. The next match wasn't boring, however. Dominic Mysterio taking on AJ Styles. Dominic Mysterio got the shocking upset victory over AJ Styles, which I thought was a big deal for Dominic Mysterio. It's a big deal for him to get a nice big victory like that. But overall, it was a very competitive match. Dominic ended up winning in a very surprising fashion. And I just don't get why people don't like Dominic Mysterio. I mean, I get why maybe some wouldn't like him, but I genuinely think he's improving in this. I think this heel run is really, elevating him in a way. So then we get Dexter Lumis versus The Miz. Oh, no, sorry, that's not going to happen. The Miz attacks him from behind with a chair, and the match doesn't happen. Yay. Johnny Gargano warns him. Johnny Gargano apparently knows something that we don't know. Dude, just tell us already. I mean, I don't understand why he's playing the pronoun game with The Miz. Then we get Elias. making his return, and of course Riddle has to ruin everything. Matt Riddle always has to ruin everything for me. Every time I hear this guy's music, I just want to friggin' smash my head against the wall. This guy's music is the absolute worst music to ever listen to. Elias was about to play a song, but of course, his whole gimmick is getting interrupted. Then we get Seth Rollins versus Riddle. Seth Rollins ends up defeating Riddle because of Elias' interference. It wasn't a heel turn though. And then Mustafa Ali came out at the end to stand tall, and we're going to be getting an Ali-Seth Rollins feud, which genuinely, I'm excited about. I'm very excited that Ali is finally getting a push. So anyway, that is it for this Monday Night Raw review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up, give me your thoughts down below, and I'll see you all next time.